Hey guys, I'm Jackie Brubaker, your host of That Girl the Podcast. I'm an author, performer, 2-time Emmy Award winner, human relationship specialist, and founder of the wellness website loveyouevenmore.com. Each week I bring on inspiring people and experts in their field to have powerful, motivational, and enlightened conversations about relationships, self-development, and how you can live your most authentic life. Follow us for daily updates on myself and the podcast at That Girl the Podcast and at Jackie Brubaker on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and our Patreon page. While you're at it, make sure to check out my new wellness website, loveyouevenmore.com. If you're wanting to dig into developing more self-worth, be healthier about relationships, and learn how to date smarter, go to loveyouevenmore.com and follow us on Instagram at loveyouevenmore. Hey guys, I'm Jackie, host of That Girl the Podcast, and today I'm doing a solo podcast on how to know what your gut is telling you. How to know how to read your gut. What is our gut? What is it trying to tell us? So I'm sure that I've done podcasts on this before, but I have certainly not done a solo podcast that I remember on this. And I figure because it's the beginning of the year and people are trying to make big decisions about what they should do, where they should go, what weight they should lose, all kinds of things, I thought it would be good to talk about following our gut and what it has to say. So our gut, as we know, is our tummy. It is our first brain. It's our reptilian brain. It knows fight or flight. It knows what we want on a very survival basis. But our gut is also highly evolved when we bring in the spiritual aspect of our higher self. So when we talk about following our gut, what does that actually mean? Does that mean, okay, I weighed all the pros and cons and the one that looks like the safest one, that's the one I'm going to go for? No, that is not following your gut. That is being very analytical, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do love a good pro and con list, and I am quite analytical myself, but that isn't exactly how the gut works. So when you are trying to make a decision, the best and easiest way to understand what your gut is trying to tell you is to ask it. So let's say the question is, I want to buy this car versus this car. Okay. That can be tough. Maybe both cars are great. We just don't know, right? But there's always going to be one that's a little bit more what you want. Sometimes, let's just make this total example. So let's say one car is a little cheaper. It's a good car. Nothing's wrong with it, but it's just not everything that maybe you have always wanted. And then the other car is a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely something you could see yourself in for years and you wouldn't get tired of it. It's a really good car. It's made really well, but it's more expensive. And a lot of us make our decisions based off of money anyway. So I'm glad I'm using money as an example. So we're looking at these two choices, right? We're thinking, what should I do? Should I be practical or should I do what I really want to do? And that can get confusing. It's well, maybe I want the more expensive car because my ego wants it, Ask yourself that. Does your ego want the car because of a status symbol? Are you trying to show off to people? Are you trying to do it externally? Or do you really like this car because you just really like it for you? It's more your style. It's more aligned with you. It fits your personality. It's got everything that you want on it that you would want in any car, right? And it just feels more like you. Okay. Now think about the cheaper car. Is the cheaper car cheaper and that's why I don't like it? Is the cheaper car making you feel like you're going backwards? Is the cheaper car making you feel less than? What is it? So I am not a person who's really into a lot of material stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like some stuff. Not going to lie. I'm not pretending that I don't. But when it comes to buying stuff, and we're just using this as an example as how to listen to your gut. If you sit still, you've done all your research, you've looked at these two cars, you know everything about them. I want you to just sit and close your eyes and feel, maybe it's in your heart area, in your heart chakra. Maybe it's literally in your tummy where your gut actually is. If there is any sort of physical sensation that you feel when you think about car A versus car B, I want you to pay attention to that. If the feeling is nervousness, is unsure, but like excited, but like nervous, and you feel like, well, I mean, I'd make that choice, but I'm not sure how I'll feel if I make that choice, right? There's all this fear starting to come into it, whether it's the car A or B, you know, cheaper or lesser than car. Listen to that. And maybe it takes you a few days to really figure it out, because I'm giving a really hard example with our gut too, because sometimes our gut is like, nope, that's it. That's what I want. We don't even think twice about it. But when we do have those really tough decisions of like, well, they're both good, like I would be good either way, really getting down to the nitty gritty of like, yeah, but what does my heart want? I recently had to do this, not with cars, but with something even smaller, just a pair of shoes. There were two pairs, right? Like I probably could have gotten both, but I was like, no, I'm just going to get one. And I was just, looking at both of them, and one was more expensive than the other. And I'm like, well, the less expensive one, they're so much more practical, but I really like the more expensive ones. I feel like I could wear them so much more, and I'd feel really happy wearing them too. Like they would make me really happy. I'd rather spend this on something that I'm really excited about versus something that I'm like, well, I guess that'll do the job, and not be excited and not really appreciate like what I'm getting. So if that makes more sense too, sometimes you have to look at it like kind of practically. Your gut is going to tell you like where your happiness is going to lie and where it's not. And so even if I, did buy the lesser pair of shoes, I'd be like, well, they're just going to sit there now and I'm not really going to use them. So that's kind of like a waste of money, right? If you buy the cheaper car just because you're like, well, it's more practical. Now, listen, let me just caveat this. If you're not in a position to purchase, especially a car that you cannot afford, then you can't afford that car. And no matter what you want and what happiness you feel, that's not your car. Okay. Like, sorry, cool it. Back up, walk away from the dealer. But if you know you can, and you really feel like, yeah, that one really does make me happy, I'm going to do it. Even if it's scary, you know that it's something that you can handle and it's right for you. And when we make choices like that, especially when they're difficult or maybe they're up leveling choices, like, yeah, I'm going to get the more expensive car. I'm going to do it because I can. And why not? Like, why not treat myself? That also has a way of telling the universe what we're worth and what we are deciding that we are worth. We are worth more. We want more. I did do that when I bought my car. I ended up getting something way different than I'd ever had. And I didn't think twice about it, but I was like, yeah, I want to get this. And it felt really good. Now, when we're listening to our gut is very quiet. It is not yelling. It is not jumping up and down. It is not like aggressive. Our gut does not feel like nerves. It does not feel like adrenaline. It does not feel like fear, but like excited anyway. That's your ego. Those are ego feelings. Oh my God, like, okay, here we go. Here's a great example. When you see the bad boy and you're like, oh my gosh, he's so cute, but he has such bad news. That's not your gut saying you should go for him. Okay. That's your gut being like, he's bad news. I just told you that he's bad news. So your ego is the one that's like, yeah, but I'll just like flirt. It's fine. It's fine. No, nothing will happen. And then that's how we end up getting hurt, right? Let's not do that. We're better than that. So our gut is soft. It's like, hey, maybe you should bring a sweater when you leave today. You might get cold. That is your gut speaking to you. And when it comes to choices, your gut is going to be quiet. It's going to be still. It's going to feel peaceful. That decision is going to feel right. It's not going to feel like it's coming from a place of fear or anxiety or stress or anything like that. It's going to feel really calm and peaceful and natural. It's just going to come very naturally to you, like, yes, this is the right decision. Maybe it's not exactly what I want, but I do know that this is the right decision for me. So I hope that clarifies a little bit about what your gut says, how it feels, and how to sort of make decisions when you are trying to listen to your gut, especially when they're difficult decisions, like choosing between A and B. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.
Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. Remember, sharing is caring. Make sure to rate the podcast and leave a review. We really rely on this to help get the podcast out there. Also, make sure to watch the video version on YouTube at That Girl the Podcast.